Fellow Madridistas, sit down. Breathe, because what I'm about to share isn't pretty. What did I say last match against Villarreal? That it was a disgrace? Oh, guess what? This one was even worse. Yes, we won, but did it feel like a win? Real Madrid, our Real Madrid, had to buy time in the opponent's corner flag against 9 men. 9! What a shame. Let's break down this disaster, because it deserves a full investigation.
From the heart of Madrid, where passion meets purpose.
It was a legacy built by legends and a future written by rising stars.
Let's start with the setup. Arbeloa decided to shake things up a bit tactically, switching from a 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2, but keeping the same starting 11. Oh, brilliant, right? Mastantuono dropped deeper, swapping with Güler on the right. Tchouaméni was tasked with vertical movement to block lanes and support build-up. Bellingham was floating behind Vinicius and Mbappe, leaning left. Camavinga still stuck at left back. Valverde still exiled on the right. And Asensio and Huijsen, well, on paper, they were guarding Courtois. On paper. This 4-4-2 supposedly was to give us midfield dominance. Camavinga and Valverde pushed up, even cut inside to help the attack. Huijsen and Asensio spread out to cover flanks. Tchouaméni was the sole guardian in front of the chaos. Bellingham made his trademark deep runs. Güler and Mastantuono were dancing with defenders on the right. Vinicius dribbled and dribbled down the left. It looked promising on a tactics board. And more than that, this kind of 4-4-2 setup should allow a team like Real Madrid to recover the ball quickly upon losing it. Numbers in the midfield, pressure points wide and central, defensive balance. That's what this system is for. Instead, it took 10 minutes for the whole illusion to collapse. After just 10 minutes, it all came crashing down. Bellingham went off, tears in his eyes, injured. The whole plan fell apart. Arbeloa brought in Brahim Díaz, not even a like for like. Díaz played centrally, Güler started drifting free, and then, boom, the huge gaping hole in front of Tchouaméni opened wide. Díaz and Güler, amazing attackers, sure. Defenders? Not in this lifetime. They're just not built for it. They got passed with ease, and poor Tchouaméni, my guy, was left all alone. I mean, alone. There were times he was standing deeper than Huijsen or Asensio, the only soul in our half apart from Courtois. So what happened? Rayo ran through us like butter. Vinicius had to sprint back just to cover. And then, one of the most ridiculous moments of the game, a Real Madrid counterattack, led solely by Brahim Díaz. Why? Because all the others, Vinicius, Mbappe, even Valverde, had dropped deep to help plug defensive holes. They did their job in tracking back, sure, but when the ball was recovered and Díaz broke forward, no one followed. They couldn't, or worse, didn't want to catch up. He surged down the left side, looked around, and realized he was completely alone. A Real Madrid counterattack with one player. That's not just dysfunctional, that's criminal. The midfield got overcrowded. We stepped on each other's toes. Nowhere to go, no space, just aimless passes, no sting. Luckily, a moment of individual brilliance. Vinicius scored in the 15th. Classic solo. If he missed, another selfish run wasted. But after that, doom. 90-plus minutes of doom. And then came the substitutions. Oh boy. First, Díaz in for Bellingham. Fine, not planned. I'll let it pass. Second, Ceballos in for Asensio. Now I'm screaming. Asensio felt some discomfort, okay, but bringing in Ceballos and shifting Tchouaméni to center back. Why? You had Alaba, Carreras, even Carvajal could have gone RB and moved Valverde to pivot. But no, Arbeloa removed the only shield in midfield, Tchouaméni, and replaced him with a piece of thin paper, Ceballos, against Rayo Vallecano, a team that lives for fast transitions. And guess what happened? Rayo, playing their classic 4-2-3-1, sat back, let us pass sideways, then countered like demons. With Ceballos shielding, or should I say flapping in the wind, they strolled through zone 14 like it was a public park. Tchouaméni, thrown into defense mid-match, was caught sleeping. Yes, he's played CB before, but not like this, not dropped into the role mid-chaos. He didn't even have time to switch his mindset. And of course, Rayo scored. They had been playing freely for several minutes before that, with zero pressure on their midfielders, dictating the tempo and moving the ball however they wanted. Jorge de Frutos finished it off just 4 minutes into the second half. Perfect. Third sub, Gonzalo Garcia from Mostentono, and played as a right winger. Again, like Villarreal wasn't warranted enough. Garcia was a ghost in that match, and again today. The only time I saw him was him chasing Rayo on a counter like a lone lost soul. Why? Because nobody was in position. Nobody. Fourth, Alaba for Hyson, Rodrigo for Güler. Always the same, Alaba for Hyson at minute 75, like clockwork. But Rodrigo for Güler, our only playmaker on the pitch? Sure, some said Ceballos looked better after that, but why not sub Ceballos for Güler in the first place? And what was the shape now? Vinicius, Mbappe, Diaz, Rodrigo, all crammed on the left? Was that a tactic or a raffle? And Mbappe, one of his worst days, losing possession almost every time. The whole front line walked. The midfield was a puddle, confused, congested, passive. Here are the hard stats. Second half, 55% possession, 263 passes, 10 shots, only 2 big chances, and one of them was a penalty. Yes, we played 50 minutes after Rayo Vallecano's equalizer in the dark, waiting. For what? A miracle? A penalty? Yes, literally that, because nothing else was working. And it came, minute 100, Mbappe delivered. And after that, oh, it gets worse. Real Madrid, full 11 men, 1 goal up, against 9 players. Yes, Rayo had 2 red cards. And what did we do? We dragged the ball to the corner, wasted time. Real Madrid, the biggest club in history, hiding in the corner flag like a newly promoted team fighting for a point at the Camp Nou. As said it best, El Madrid no juega, hace jugadas. Madrid doesn't play, they do tricks. And Álvaro Benito on Cadena Ser, he didn't hold back. Es acojonante que no se les pueda entrenar. It's insane that they can't even be coached. So what do we call this? A win? Maybe. But for us Madridistas who bleed white, this was a humiliation. No tactical structure, no identity, no courage. Arbeloa had a plan built for Bellingham, and when it broke, he had nothing. Nothing. We survived, that's all. This wasn't Real Madrid. This was a team running scared against a relegation side. And that, my friends, is pathetic.
Thank you for sticking with me through this painful breakdown, Madridistas. If you felt this pain too, hit that like button to show the world we still care. Subscribe to The White News for more honest rants, tactical breakdowns, and Madrid therapy sessions. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this team still has a plan? Hala Madrid! Hasta la próxima!